Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at some new cards. Now, it turns out that there's an upcoming set of gym promos. We get these periodically over in Japan and other Asian territories. And essentially, some were leaked a few days back. And to be blunt, they were leaked in Chinese and we didn't have translations of them. And that was, frankly, a little bit sad. Well, the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is a lovely person over on Twitter, at AirglowTCG, went and got in touch and went, well, if you need translations, I can help. I do need translations. I am frankly absolutely delighted. Now, we did look at Breloom V just probably yesterday morning. It depends on upload schedule and all things of that nature, but it was probably yesterday morning we went and took a look at Breloom V. So we're not going to go through that today. You can go and check that video. I will link it in the description. We do have a couple of other cards which are out and about and not terribly interesting. Although the art is terribly interesting. We'll have a look at those at the end. Really, there are two interesting new cards that have been revealed, two exclusive new cards, and we need to start off with a brand new Espeon. Because remember, Eevee Heroes has brought us new versions of the Vs and VMAXs, so Espeon V and VMAX are in Eevee Heroes. Well, the VMAX is actually in a different set which is related to it, but you know what I'm talking about. But there was no regular Espeon. Is it any good? Well, 110 HP is low for a stage 1. It is well in range of things like Rapid Strike Urshifu hitting the bench, so that's not terribly ideal. And it's got a retreat cost of 1, which is nice and low. Resistance of fighting is good, but then again, Urshifu in the active will hit 150, minus 30 is 120, you'll still go down. And weakness to darkness is, I'm not sure. Like, Shadow Rider Calyrex is going to make people want to be playing Darkness-type Pokemon, but the biggest issue here would be something like a Spiritomb. And he gone, ladies and gentlemen. Spiritomb gone. So, I think you're probably okay? Yeah, let's say you're okay. As for being a Psychic-type Pokemon, that is kind of nice, because it does mean you hit weakness against stuff like Urshifu, or you can accelerate energy to it with stuff like Shadow Rider Calyrex, so yeah. I'm kind of alright with this, ladies and gentlemen. But what does it actually do? Well, the first attack for 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless Energy, does 20 damage, and then you flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Okay. The thing is, it's not like we've never seen this before. We have actually seen this many times before. So, yeah. It's not exactly like this is new. And the problem is, 20 damage just isn't enough. It's a very small amount of damage. It's very low in terms of damage. So, I'm not loving it. I mean, if we go to Battle Styles, we can look at the Morile that for 1 energy does 20 damage and flip a coin if heads paralysis. So there, we've got a basic Pokemon that has the same attack for the same energy. I said 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless. It's clearly 1 Psychic. There was a note on the screen. I'm sorry, that was very dumb of me. The second attack is 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless. We're not there yet. The problem is, you're giving me the same attack as Morile, but Morile's a basic. And for what it's worth, Morile's only actually got 20 less HP. So, and it's single strike, so it can use all those lovely single strike tricks. And I don't know if I'm particularly impressed here. I would like this so much more if we had one of the old Energy Evolution EVs. Now, we haven't had these for a little while, unfortunately, and that's a little bit sad, but I'm talking like the EV that we've had a few of them over the years, but the one that we last saw, I believe, in Sun and Moon, and before that we had basically the same one in Furious Fists, where when you attach an energy to it, you search your deck for an evolution of that type and evolved into it. So if I could attach a Psychic Energy in here, and then go and grab an Espeon, and evolve up, and then do 20 in Paralysis, I'd like it a bunch more, but I can't, so I don't. The second attack here is actually for 1 Psychic, 1 Colourless, and it does 10 damage, plus 40 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokémon. Oh, okay. Cool. I mean, it's like we've seen on these attacks a lot. You're punishing your opponent for attaching a bunch of energy. And on the one hand, yay! And on the other hand, I don't know. Again, the fact that it's a stage 1 hurts, because you're going to be giving away that this is coming. If your opponent's got loads of energy attached, and you're playing a Psychic deck and they see you bench an Eevee, they're probably going to guess it's going to turn into an Espeon, and they're going to want to boss his orders and go and get a KO. And that worries me. I do think, incidentally, there is a place for this, because I think 2 energy, especially if your opponent attaches a bunch of energy, if your opponent puts 3 energy on a Rapid Strike Urshifu, then you're hitting them for 260 with weakness, and that's awesome, but outside of that, actually, Single Strike Urshifu is better, and I have seen Single Strike Urshifu, incidentally, seeing a bit of play and a bit of love lately. The first 2 in-person events in the UK recently, one of them was won by Single Strike Urshifu, and remember, their first attack searches for 2 energy and attaches it, at which point you can hit 260 and get a KO. That would be kind of hilarious. So, there is a space for this second attack. I'm giving this between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. I ain't saying this is a good or great attack by any stretch of the imagination, because it's not. But I absolutely am telling you that it's kind of cool, and it's kind of interesting, and I could see a reason for it here. But we do have a new item card that's gone and been revealed as well. It is Cram-o-Matic. And I kind of love that this is coming around. Now, what we've got is an item card, and you can only play this card if you discard another card from your hand. You flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for any card and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So, and the lovely Airglow TCG has confirmed for us that the wording of the card tells us you must discard, then flip, and if it's tails, nothing. If it's heads, you go and search a card. So the discarding has essentially already happened. And the thing is, I could actually genuinely, legitimately see this seeing a bunch of play, because Orderpad saw a bunch of play. This is Orderpad with 2 differences. Difference number 1, you have to discard a card from your hand in order to play it. But difference number 2, it gets you any card rather than an item card. And bearing in mind, this can get you, like, special energy. And I remember the days of playing Energy Lotto because it was literally the best option for searching special energy. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, find an energy, put it into your hand. And there's a decent chance you weren't going to find the special energy, but it was literally the best thing we had. So you know what? I can see this seeing play. Discarding from my hand, I don't really care about. Quick Ball's one of the best cards we got around at the moment, and that makes us discard. And there are a million cards out there that play from the discard in some way or another, so I am really not worried about that even a little bit. I could see this seeing play, I could genuinely see this seeing play. I don't think it's great, and I do think there are issues with it, but I'll tell you something for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. I like this, and I could genuinely see people playing it. So again, I'm giving it between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. Discarding and flipping, it is asking a lot. Absolutely asking a lot. But it's so good. Like Crushing Hammer is a super awkward card, but it's so good when you flip heads, it's worth it. You know, in Expanded, or before Apex rotated out of Standard, we were all playing Computer Search. Okay, that's a lie. Most of us were playing Computer Search. A few of us had better options, or a few people, I mostly play Computer Search. And that was discard 2 cards to search for 1. This is discard a card and flip a coin. I could see this seeing play. I would be quite surprised if this never finds its way into a deck. Now, as for the other cards, I believe we've got reprints of existing cards coming in here. So the Blitzel, and I do love how the artwork is kind of similar, is just a reprint of the Rapid Strike Blitzel that is coming around for us in Chilling Reign. The one attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which can actually set up some other Rapid Strike Pokemon and is not as bad as it sounds. The problem is that Blitzel has such ridiculous artwork. I'm talking about the original print of the card. I don't really care about the promo, because this Blitzel, it's so good. Like, the artwork is just absolutely amazing. So, yeah, it's a reprint of that one, but this is kind of cool. Now, the Snorunt is also a reprint of the Snorunt that came around in Silver Lance. 2 energy, 30 damage. Again, we're not going to spend much time analysing these cards. It's not terribly important, but it is cool that that's one's coming back around again. Maybe? I don't know. Again, I like the artwork on the old one a little bit more. I am sorry. Now, Eevee here is an interesting one, because obviously there's like... Seriously, have you ever looked at how many Eevee cards we've had? So many Eevee cards. What is interesting, it is actually a reprint of an existing gym promo. 3 energy, 30 damage, 1 energy, attach a basic energy from your hand to this Pokemon. Again, I'm sorry to... Oh, wait, no. I was about to tell you I'd prefer the other artwork, but goodness gracious, look at this artwork. Okay, I was looking at the old version, and I thought, well, that artwork's so good, it's never going to be beaten by the new one. And then I took another look at the new artwork, and I was like, holy moly, that's good. So, yeah, this is one to keep an eye on. So it's a gym promo reprint of a gym promo, which is actually kind of cool. So, yeah, this is one I think we should be getting a little bit excited about for the artwork, if for nothing else. And then we've got a reprint of the Coughing that came around in Jet Black Poltergeist. What we've got here is 2 energy, 20 damage plus poison. Again, let's not go over the top here and, you know, predict that this is going to be a particularly exciting card, because seriously, we've got the Ascension Coughing. I don't see why anyone would not play the Ascension Coughing given a choice. So, yeah, that one seems kind of like a given. But still, I thought it was worth showing you what the other cards were. Also, I'm going to tell you guys, because I want someone to be proud of me for this, there are actually 2 near identical Eevees. One of them lets you draw a card, and one of them lets you attach a card from your hand. And other than that, they're identical. Same second attack, weakness, HP, retreat cost, etc. So I had to look at the Chinese characters here and try and figure out which one it is. And I saw the kanji for oneself and hand, and it's blatantly the one that attaches from your hand, not one that draws a card. I am legitimately proud of myself, and I had to tell someone that. I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be so gutted. If I am wrong, don't tell me in the comment section. Let me be happy. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you think about all of these cards, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.